WWE TLC 2020 will be the final pay-per-view of the calendar year, and the men and women from both rosters will engage in warfare, with some furniture involved. Perhaps the most highly anticipated match of the whole card is the TLC match between Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship. Because of the nature of the contest, we know that their match at WWE TLC 2020 will be brutal and it will involve many foreign objects. And the nature of the match will also allow for someone who's not in the match to potentially get involved and change the outcome of the said contest. Here are 5 ways that the Roman Reigns vs. Kevin Owens match may play out. Number 5. Jey Uso turns face at WWE TLC 2020 and costs Roman Reigns the Universal Championship. Did you notice how Roman Reigns cracked Jey Uso across the spine some time ago with a steel chair? One has to assume that WWE is setting up a massive third match between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, where, this time, Jey Uso could potentially become the WWE Universal Champion. What a great story and what a fantastic twist it would be to their saga. So, how does Jey Uso inform Roman Reigns that he can't be pushed around, that he can't be trifled with, that he is a star in his own right? When Roman Reigns is about to pick up his win against Kevin Owens, Jey Uso could show up and deck his cousin with a big punch, and this could allow Kevin Owens to pick up a big win and set up multiple angles for the year 2021 between these 3 men. But it may be far too early to pull the trigger on this particular angle. Hey, how about you drop a like and subscribe before we continue with the video? Your support is much appreciated. Thank you. Number 4. Kevin Owens becomes the WWE Universal Champion by defeating Roman Reigns clean. We can hear you, dear viewer, laughing in the background, protesting that there is no way that Kevin Owens will defeat Roman Reigns clean. And to an extent, we agree. This is the reason why this possibility is so very low in this list. But any one-on-one match can have 2 victors, one of whom is Kevin Owens. And while Roman Reigns is clearly the poster boy for the company, perhaps the most legitimate champion in all of sports entertainment and pro wrestling at the moment, one cannot discount Kevin Owens either. This man is a former Universal Champion and has just about done it all in WWE. In a fantasy scenario, where Kevin Owens does manage to defeat Roman Reigns and become the brand new WWE Universal Champion, he'd make quite a formidable champion indeed. Kevin Owens is a great worker and a great promo too, and as we know, he can be very entertaining and funny when the creative shackles are off. Number 3. Jey Uso remains a stooge of Roman Reigns and helps him win. And maybe Jey Uso does not turn immediately on Roman Reigns, going babyface in the process, but there's a slow build to it, over time. On this occasion, Jey Uso remains a stooge for his cousin, helping Roman Reigns retain the WWE Universal Championship against Kevin Owens. Interfering in the match, Roman Reigns could bring up the fact that he did not need any assistance from Jey Uso at a later date, and this could be the impetus for the former tag team specialist to put his cousin down for good. Roman Reigns vs. Jey Uso is going to happen at some point, but for people to be invested in a trilogy, the build needs to be absolutely perfect. So, Kevin Owens could have the upper hand in the match against Roman Reigns, but Jey Uso could step in and shatter his dreams with a super kick followed by a splash. Maybe a Kevin Owens vs. Jey Uso feud continues, as a result. Following this big match, number 2, Roman Reigns retains his WWE Universal Championship all by himself. It is a rare sight indeed to see Roman Reigns losing a match, and so there's every chance that this match could end with Kevin Owens losing clean to either Roman Reigns' submission move or to a spear. Mind you, Roman Reigns will take on either Goldberg or The Rock at WrestleMania, and for him to have trouble defeating Kevin Owens clean does not exactly set up these dream matches in the best possible manner. This is why WWE may choose to have Roman Reigns defeat Kevin Owens clean in the middle of the ring at TLC 2020. Kevin Owens has suffered worse predicaments. Number 1. Goldberg returns and costs Roman Reigns his Universal Championship at TLC. The hottest news in the wrestling world right now, with due apologies to Sting and Shaq, is the fact that Goldberg has called out Roman Reigns. Yes, Goldberg vs. Roman Reigns did not happen at WrestleMania this year, but it does seem like it could potentially happen next year. To sow the seeds for the match, when Roman Reigns is about to pick up his big win, Goldberg could return and cost the Tribal Chief his prized WWE Universal Championship. It would be the perfect setup for a match that does not need a title to make it must-see content. In a sense, because Goldberg ended Kevin Owens' Universal Championship run, this could be a great way to put the title around his waist again without making Roman Reigns look weak. Goldberg has been very vocal about how much he trusts Paul Heyman, and because he is so heavily involved with Roman Reigns, this is an angle that can definitely end the PTV calendar year with a massive cliffhanger.